for Sim Sideline. We are here in week two. Uh, Probably didn't have sound on week one, but here we are. Um, Lost the first game to uh, Georgia Tech team in Atlanta, 20-23. Last second field goal threw an interception on the game winning drive for our Buffaloes. But here we are, here we go. AD expectations as we look at this screen here. Our our job security dropped already from like 80% to 52 after one game. Gotta love it. Uh, Getting locked out of recruits already. Still working. Set up a practice for this week. No at-risk players. Yeah, I was gonna do this. Glad they okay. That's crazy. Just after one game, my job security is low now. Gotta kick some ass this week. Uh, like the freshman quarterback, though, I can say that much. I'm locked out. Bye bye. I guess I really shouldn't be. But no. I don't know. I got some figuring, some reading to do. overpay with this NIL money. So, all right, Tracy. All right. How many hours do I have on recruit? Like 10, 15. All right. Have a better showing versus the Midwest Thunderbirds in week 2 here. Literally just wore these jerseys but black on black, but hey, so be it.
Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Thunderbirds and the Colorado Buffaloes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Nestled into the gorgeous mountains in Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field is a spectacular viewing venue for college football. The new coach has it rocking and rolling. Folsom Field continues to build on their tradition of the Buffaloes football team. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Buffaloes will kick off first, and here we go.
Let's not make this a game, guys.
Will start at the 25. Now the Thunderbirds offense will get the football first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And it's the Thunderbirds trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Jackson will throw. Right down the middle. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. The Thunderbirds want to crank the tempo.
It's got to be a running play.
Reads it, fires complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Buffaloes offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Probably play a little bit deeper than normal.
Let's try not to turn the ball over today, guys.
Tremendous challenge on their hands.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding 2nd and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the 3rd down and short.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Play action with Lewis.
Oh my God.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off play action on 1st down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They'll run the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Jackson gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There's a little room there. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to set up the screen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
All right, let me get my shit together.
And he'll bring it back. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Lewis, grabbed behind the line. It's Young. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by the blitz. It's great to try and get extra bodies getting after the quarterback, but then you risk running backs leaking out of the backfield and hurting you in the passing game.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Young. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welch. Finding some room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Play fake. Lewis. Caught by Williams on the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Lewis. Williams got it. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis.
Oh, catch the ball, boy.
Catch their physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the
field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. To the air again, Lewis. Throws to the wideout.
Oh, looking at the wrong button. Oh my gosh.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Oh boy.
So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46 and it'll be a first down. And it's the Thunderbirds in the hurry up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Finds his man. It's Dorsett. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming. The Thunderbirds can really attack on this 2nd and short.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Runs through the tackle. He'll pull it down and run. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Offense in a bunch formation. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Gets the back moving. Here's Lewis to throw. Caught by Williams on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Young. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
This quarter in. Can't believe I done threw 2 interceptions already.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Offense in a split backfield. Lewis. Here's a heat. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Lewis to throw. He's got him. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Throwing, Lewis. He's got him in the flat. It's a fumble.
Deep.
Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
He was down.
They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line, ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
He down.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Play clock
Pretty sure I pressed
seconds, but they call it
A to hike the ball,
and they'll have 2
and
left
nobody
here
moved.
in the first half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
Oh my, what the?
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. From the gun, the ground game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They feed him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Jackson will throw. Here comes the heat.
I came on his ass.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the clock has to go off for the QB on that play, right, guys? I mean, you've got to get rid of the ball a lot sooner. You're in an empty set. You only got 5 guys up front trying to block for you, and they can't hold on forever. Quarterback's got to be better.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20.
Hold the block.
Get him to the ground. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. On the run, it's Welsh. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Got his man. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Lewis to throw. Spits it out to the back.
Oh my
And
God.
they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The run inside. It's Young. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 3rd and 6 yards to go. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
QBs and receivers on...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Lewis looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Lewis on the play action. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And it's the Thunderbirds moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Thunderbirds send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
The Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Throwing, Lewis. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Play action with Lewis. Got it behind the line. It's Young. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Running inside. It's Young. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Williams open on the right side. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Lewis to throw. Release to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Buffaloes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lewis wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the catch. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
I would love for us to get an interception.
Obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Jackson will throw. They'll run the screen, and they pick up just a few on that completion. About to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Look for the big play.
No.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets him fly on the move.
Come down with the ball, number 30.
Ready to take a shot there, and now it's aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The run inside. It's Welch. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a gap. It's Young. Makes it past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors, our EA Sports College football.
Archimani is 0-2 versus Ohio State.
And it's the Buckeyes with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Boulder. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. Two of those catches in the first half were two of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.
All right, let's put them out their misery.
Second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
I caught up with the Buffalo's head coach at the half. Coach told me he is thrilled with his transfer running back. This is exactly why they brought him. They expected big things out of him, and he has shown that he is capable so far here in this game. They want to continue that momentum behind the strong running game of his first half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
This quarterback
Oh, got it was an option.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a second and long. Complete on the left to Williams. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
The Buffaloes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Lewis on the play action. Makes the grab. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Colorado!
And this offense has really responded after last week. Last week, man, the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road and win. Come back home, you feel confident, you're in your routine, have answered the bell, took charge of this game late, and looking to go 1-0 this week.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Running the option, it's Jackson. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Muscling ahead on third and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Thunderbirds want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Oh my God, that's...
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keep it on the ground. Makes a man miss. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Thunderbirds pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. to throw on first down off the play fake. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. They'll stop play momentarily for the injured Buff. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the back. Strong, firm tackle. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Jackson gonna throw it. Bringing the heat. They're working that left side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
And that's not the way
This
they want
week
to
give
end
up
the drive,
6.
but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 97, set to kick it away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, here on the Colorado sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise,
Oh, he's got some space. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Here's Lewis to throw. Pulls it in. It's Atkins. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Lewis. Caught by Williams on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll
All
see
right,
if
bring it on home,
can be
Julian.
mustered. They'll go with a direct snap. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Play action with Lewis. Fires left. A strike downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
And the Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Throwing, Lewis. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the route is on.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of
Intercepted.
Finally.
Man, they just can't get anything going. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Bucks! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
Is his name really Gideon ESPN?
Lining
Okay.
up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
What is going on here?
Going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. From the gun, the running back has it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give on the counter. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. Plenty of options here, run or pass on third down right around midfield. Direct snap. Runs through a tackle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And it's the Thunderbirds will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Jackson will throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run it from the gun. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The run inside. It's Young. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Moore. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis.
Oh, come on.
He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll get rid of it. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
It'll be third and long. Trying to impose their will with the run. Picks up the first down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it.
And here's a fumble way
the ball.
behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The Thunderbirds with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun to give, looking for room. Maybe a crease. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Jackson gonna throw it. He hurls one deep down
Interception.
the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And it's the Thunderbirds will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Buffaloes sideline, this has been such a positive experience. They brought this transfer wide receiver in for a reason. They needed him to bolster their wide receiving core and be a bigger piece of this offense, and he has delivered on all of those. I've seen him talking to all the other guys, keeping guys motivated and hyped. It is so exciting to see what the future holds for this transfer. He has fit right in here today in his first game. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Snap it to the back. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, Matt, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Might as well give it to him again. Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. The 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
It's a window dressing right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game. Things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
All right, back to 101. Even got a pick 6 today. Can't believe they put my man's whole name on the game, but so be it. Alright, y'all. We will catch y'all on the next one for week 3. It's Cutterback Man signing out. Sim Sideline. Peace.